everybody, it's Bernie here from Stampin' Up. Oh, we've got people in the house already.
Hello.
Let's quickly say hi. Hi, Mum. Yes, glad you're here tonight, Mum. I thought you might not be. Hi, Anne. Good to see you. Leslie Ann. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to have everybody here and anybody watching on. Oh, Monica's in as well. Hello, hello. Oh, that was a beautiful beach photo you put up on your Facebook today. And I almost replied and said to you, we don't have weather like that. It's pouring with rain and it's windy again. So enjoy your sunshiny beach, Monica. All right. What are we doing tonight? Right.
Something with paper?
Something with paper.
And something with ink?
Yes, absolutely. Let me just say hi to everybody watching on the replay. Lovely to have you on the replay. Tonight, I want to play with the retiring in colors for 2023-2025. They were very controversial. Some people loved them, some people didn't. I was one of the people that loved them. I will be very sad to see a lot of them go. Pebbled Path, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, what else was there? Copper Clay and Wild Wheat. I set myself a challenge to make something only using in colors. And Monica and I are also crew members on Color Inspiration. So go and have a look. We're running a challenge, I think it's for about 3 weeks, where you can use one or more retiring colors. This is not the project that I did for that, but
where do people go for color inspiration?
Oh, actually, I was going to do that. Let me just quickly go and get it. Hold the line, caller. Let me quickly do that. I'll pop the link in there for you.
Is it a Facebook group?
It's a Facebook group. Yes, it
so
is.
Obviously you
need to be a member of Facebook.
Facebook user.
That's right. And go back in there, and there we go. I'll pop the comments in the chat for you. So you just need a request to be approved, but any one of us will, and the questions you have to answer as well. But it's a fun way of using colors and color challenges. So I thought, well, I've submitted my one already for the crew, but I thought, actually, I'm going to do something different as well and do something practical. So hence my folio. So let's head over. So this folio is super cool. It's actually, I need a few folios for a few reasons. I needed folios to put my extra birthday cards in that I save, and my notes and love letters from Rich, and my drawings from my grandchildren. And I just wanted something to put everything together. And then also for my ephemera. So I've created this one for my ephemera, and I'll use the one I make tonight as well for that. So challenge was to use the ink colors. I used Cheerful Daisies, and I thought Beautiful Butterflies was retiring, but I got it confused with Sketched Butterflies. So I thought I was using retiring stamp sets, but I'm only using one.
So which stamp set?
I'll show you. So it opens like this, and I used old retiring Moody Mauve jute cord. So it opens like this, and then you've got, oh, are we lagging? And then you can just pop your bits and pieces in there. So very practical, very easy to make, and that's what we're going to run, what I'm going to show you how to do tonight. Okay. And I think I've just wrapped this the wrong way. Hold on. Let's not spend all night wrapping this, eh? I know, I've just broken the cord. Okay, let's just put that to the side. I'll sort that out. Okay. What have I used? I have used a big sheet of A3 drawing paper, but you can use an A4, you can use a US letter. It doesn't matter the size. Well, it does, in the sense of the smaller your piece of paper, the smaller your folio. but I wanted to be a decent one. So if you want to make a decent size like mine, you are going to need a A3 piece of drawing paper or cardstock, whatever you've got in your stash. So we're going to start off with some crumb cake, and I just want to put a bit of a background down using my brayer. Okay, so how are you all today? Are you all doing okay? Have you got rain over your end as well, Leslie Ann, or is it just Coromandel Bay of Plenty again? Sorry, this line is where my desk, I keep hitting it. So it's not the brayer, it's the desk. Let's try and move it that it doesn't. It's quite annoying actually. See, there, it's done it again. That's all right. It'll add texture.
It's character.
It'll add texture. And just remember, when you're using your brayer, you want to go in the same direction when you're picking it up. Hi, Lisa. Wet your end, Leslie Ann. Yes, here too. Wet and windy. I'm getting a little bit tired of the wet. Lovely to have you here, Lisa. You've had sunshine. Oh, and I'm a bit jealous. We've only had a few hours of sunshine the last week. Okay, let's get these stamping mats underneath here.
There'll be sunshine on the weekend, though.
Is there? Oh, that's good. And then we're going to
Above the clouds.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
No, I'm not sure. I'm just joking.
Let's start with Cheerful Daisies. I'm just looking for my stamp blocks. And let's start with Moody Mauve. Moody Mauve. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm just going to do some clusters. Was yesterday Monday? Yes, yesterday was Monday. I was saying to Rich, I had a very quiet client day yesterday. So I landed up sitting for 4 hours watching Ruth's live party for her birthday. That was, oh, hang on, this is not working with my mat. It was intense. I felt for her. I was like, my gosh, that was a long, long, long life. Let's get this back on the mat. So has anybody seen the Formula One Lego cars that you can buy? We can get, there's a few of the series that you can buy here in New Zealand. If you're a Formula One.
What did you find when you went to the shops today?
So I went to the shops to buy a calculator. And then I came home with a calculator, a pot, and I almost came home with Formula One Lego, but I didn't come home with Formula One Lego because they didn't have my team. They had everybody else's team but my team.
Your team must be popular. That must have been sold out. Who's your team?
McLaren. I like McLaren.
Why do you like McLaren?
Because they've got the best looking driver in Carlos.
The
best looking driver.
He doesn't drive too badly.
He drives really well, Carlos. Okay, I'm just turning this around so that I can actually get to my copper clay. And I'm just doing a second generation. Just want to pop that in there.
Yes, Mum. Is Bernie planning to get some? Yes. Second best prize for not winning the lucky draw to go to Miami.
Yeah, I didn't win. I didn't win.
So she'll have to settle for the toy Lego version. If she can find it, that is.
I didn't have it. Okay, so this is copper clay, and I'm just popping this in. Remember, so this is my own challenge to myself, that I'm not allowed to use any colors other than the retiring in colors. Nothing else. We'll see how we do. It's tricky when it's on an A3. I also thought, you think that's a fair reason. I agree, Monica. I mean, not that you see a lot of him, you know, you just see the helmet when he's racing around at 300 kilometers an hour. But yeah, I think, you know, if you're going to be watching the sport, you need to have something to look at, right? Well, that's my argument anyway. Okay, let's bring in some wild wheat. And then I said to Rich, I said, when we were walking on because we always go for a walk. Oh, I thought I was dragging ink. Oh, I'm not aiming this very.
So this is not second generation now?
No, this is full strength. Wild wheat into the center. Whoops, I'm not aiming that straight. Wild wheat into the center of my daisies. I keep going skew. I'm just checking him on the mat. I said to Rich when we were going for our walk, because we always go for a big walk on Sundays before we head off to church, and I said to him, now, here I'm busy telling him about Carlos, you know, and I think he's the best looking driver in the paddock, and then I paused as we're walking up this horrible big hill, and I said to him, if you were to be going on like this about having eye candy, I wouldn't be very, very happy about this conversation. And yet it's okay for me. I said, what's wrong with that whole situation?
Everything?
Everything. Yeah. Okay, still with Cheerful Daisies. I'm still playing with Cheerful Daisies, and I'm bringing boho blue in now. Okay, let's just get these mats going. You like Verstappen?
Yeah, I'm a Verstappen fan too.
Rich likes Verstappen too.
Just because of his driving skill. I think he's phenomenal driving skill.
Oh, he's a phenomenal driver. I agree. There's nothing wrong with his driving. How many times is he?
Oh, I need 3 times world champion.
3 or 4?
3 or 4. 4, I think.
Oops. I'm going off my mats. Sorry, Daisies.
But yeah, he's got big competition this year. Anyway, that's enough about Formula 1.
Well,
you seem to be racing through your stamping tonight.
I'm not racing. I'm just stamping.
Going 100 miles an hour?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Good. Making good progress.
Yeah, this is the thing. This thing doesn't take long to make. I just have to keep going with this mat of mine because it's bigger than.
So this is first and then second gen?
Correct.
How do you decide what is first and second?
What do you mean?
When do you use first and second?
Well, I want to fill the spaces around my flowers. So I want 2 shades of it. Am I going off the camera?
No.
So it does add a bit of, it just makes it look a little bit lighter. It fills up the space. It creates some light for the eye to rest on. I haven't really gone off the camera. Okay. You haven't watched since Kyalami has closed. Well, that is going. So Kyalami, for those non-South Africans, is It still exists. Is it?
It's the
Is it
racing
still?
track in
Is it still?
Johannesburg, but they don't use it for Formula Ones anymore.
They don't do Formula Ones anymore, but it
It's
is
still a racing track.
It is a racing track, hey? Okay, I'm now going to bring in my big butterfly. So I just want to bring in my big block. Okay. So this is from the Beautiful Butterflies. I think it's an online exclusive. I just want to aim this. Maybe I should do it like that. See how we go. Not sure if I'm making life worse or better for myself. Okay. Wild wheat. I still have to use pebbled path, but I will be doing that shortly. So I just like to ink my big stamps upside down. I find that a lot easier. Okay. Let's bring my butterfly in here. Oh, I can feel it. I knew that was going to happen because I could feel it. Okay, that's all right. Let's turn it around. We'll make it work. I actually should have bought my glass mat, you know that. I'll try that again. We'll make it work. I'll just get my pen. Right. Aim that on. That feels better. Okay.
Leslie Ann is lamenting that her dad took her brother to Kailami, but not her.
Oh. Yeah, we never went to Kailami. Went to a lot of comrades races growing up.
Mum says there are talks of using Kailami again for Formula One. I've had people checking it out.
Oh, okay.
So I'll watch the space. It might be interesting.
Gosh. I'm listening to the rain and it's done it again. Absolutely bucketing. I just want to get my wild wheat pen quickly. I just want to fix this. Here we go.
Yeah, they are stunning butterflies, aren't they, Mum?
And this one's also, oopsie, skew on this one.
Butterflies are one of your favourite.
I love butterflies.
Insects? Yeah, insects.
I love butterflies. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that one. Oh, except in here, the body's got a bit munted. Sorry, little butterfly, your body got a little bit munted. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Let's bring in Pebbled Path. And we're going to bring in this little butterfly.
Where was Butterfly World that we took the kids to when they were little?
Stellenbosch.
Butterfly, it's called Butterfly World, eh?
Yeah.
Butterfly World? Stellenbosch. Yeah,
Stellenbosch.
South Africa. That was an experience.
Yeah, they've got something similar here at Rainbow Creek where you can experience these these butterflies that come and sit on you. Okay, and the last thing I need is my dottage. And then I just want to colour in my butterfly's wings. I just want to do like a wash with them. And then we can assemble it. So, challenge for those that have joined us. Welcome. I see we've got a few more viewers. Good evening, everybody, wherever you may be coming in from. The challenge for myself, I set myself a challenge this week to use the retiring 2023-2025 in colors. I wasn't allowed to use anything else. And I had to use at least one retiring stamp set, which I chose the Cheerful Daisies. I'm going to be gutted. I'm still going to use it. It's going to stay in my stash. Definitely will be staying in my stash. But that was my challenge. So what I want to just do is I want to just do a little bit of a wash. Just pop a drop of wild wheat re-inker and some water, and I'm just going to bring in the real old paintbrush. I just want to give my butterflies just a bit of a wash. What's Mum saying? Singapore Airport. Oh, yes, that's right. Singapore Airport have got that as well. Hey, I forgot about Singapore Airport.
Butterfly sanctuary thing.
Yes, that's very cool. That one is really cool.
Leslie Ann says there used to be a butterfly house in Thames as well.
Oh, okay. This is a super quick way to just fill in those open spaces on your big stamps that are line art stamps. I just like to go in with a bit of a color wash. You could, of course, use your right marker, but I find the right markers for me sometimes are a bit too dark, depending on what I'm doing. Excellent. Look at that. That's just come alive. And there's a butterfly house in Dunedin. Now, why have we not been to that one when we were in Dunedin? Is it in the CBD, Anne? Don't know. I'm trying to...
Sure, we didn't.
Let me just think. What did we visit when we were in Dunedin? We went to the
Chinese or Japanese garden?
Chinese gardens.
We did the train.
We did the
station.
train.
We went down to
Larnac Castle.
Larnac Castle, and
what else did we do? Okay, I'm going to just move this all out the way so that we can assemble this now. What's Anne saying? Oh, you're not sure where it is? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. My daughter-in-law's mum lives there now, so I could always ask her if she knows. All right. We're going to assemble this. I just want to make sure it's a little bit damp, but we can work with this. Look how pretty. I see some negative space here, but that's okay. That's okay. That's not the big end of the world. So all you have to do now is we just have to turn this over. Oh, look, I've got some ink there. So I might make that where the fold happens. You're going to bring it up as far as what you want your pocket to be. Let's just have a look. Because that one's got a butterfly. Oh, you see, I mean, it's inked differently to what it was last time. I just want to check. Let me just have a look. Do I want the butterfly? I do quite like the butterfly on the front, hey?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. Except I don't like that, but that's okay. I'm just using my bone folder. Thank you, Monica. with all your ink colors. And I'm just taping it down. You can either use tape or your Stampin' Seal Plus. Just on the sides. You don't obviously want to do it over there like duh, otherwise you're gonna it's the kind of thing I would do though.
I was just thinking that. I'm glad you said it and not me.
That's the kind of thing I would do. Okay, so now I'm just taking my pencil. You don't have to do this, but I like to just create a pretty top, or what do you call this? A frame for the flap. No, that's sort of skew. Gosh. All right. And I'm just going to cut this. Okay, just want to bring this down a little bit firmer. Now on the flap over here, there are two ways. You can do a button like I've done over here. With the button, I punched a hole through it and I stuck the button and I glued it with hot glue. But I want to just have a look. I'm just going to turn on my glue gun. Just give me a quick minute so that I can start heating up while we're looking. And, oh, hold on. I've got so many plugs here. That's a plug. That's a plug. That one can come out. Okay. Doing a balancing act here in my chair and bending over. All right. Okay, so let's just get my buttons out. I just like to keep them in this little Tupperware thingy, thingamabobby. I do find these big ones, they look nice, but they are a heck of impractical to do. So I'm just looking for a flattish one. Oh, that might even, let's have a look. That could work. I don't have a lot of buttons that work with the color scheme we're working with. I think that white one, no, that's a bit boring. Let's have a look. Oh, that could, oh, maybe that one. That looks like a fun one. Maybe that blue one. Let's go with the blue one. That'll be fun because it's flat, which is what I want, and it's got a bit of height on it so that I can glue it down. Let's see how we go. All right. Just waiting for that. While that is heating up, I should have plugged that in earlier. While that's heating up, I just want to show you a different option. This is another one I made that I stamped with non-Stampin' Up stamps. Different color scheme. This is Petunia Pop, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Crumb Cake in this one. So this one is just a whole different look to it. Yeah, this one's got all Richard's letters in it and cards that he's given me. So you see, you can do them long. So this is exactly is this more you? Yes, I thought it was. Yeah, we may even do a class, make something like that. All right, may even do a class. Okay, so let's glue this little guy down. Hopefully that's enough. I'll just put that to the side for now. You could also put magnets in here, which is what I've done with the other ones. Thanks, Mom. The butterfly house is at the museum in Dunedin. Did we go to the museum? Did we go to the museum, love? I can't remember now.
Can't recall.
Okay, so I thank you, Monica. Yes, that pink one. Yeah, I like that as well. All right, so I've got some of my old, I think this jute retired last year already. So I'm just wrapping it around once and then over and then around and then over and then one more time. And there we have it. We've got our folio. Done so quickly. I whipped up how many of these yesterday? 2, hey? Like in the space of an hour.
3,
Yeah. So we've got our in color one and we've got our non-in color one, but also, like I said, not using any Stampin' Up stamps on that, just but Stampin' Up colors on that one. So a fun folio. A really fun folio. So there we go. That was cool. I enjoyed that. So now I've got another folio. And I can make a couple of more, and then I've got all my ephemera.
More love letters to write for you.
It is actually. It's very chunky. It's very full. 30 odd years of letters. It's great. Excellent. It was lovely having your company this evening, everybody, or this morning, or whatever part of the day it is that you might be watching this. Thank you, Mum. Yeah, I really had fun. Yeah, I just thought, what am I going to do? I need to make something. You're welcome, Monica. Thank you so much for coming this evening. I really appreciate everyone's company. Would you all do me a favor and just give my video a thumbs up, please? It just helps the algorithms. Thank you, Anne. Bye-bye. Just give it a thumbs up so that YouTube knows, hey, this is something to suggest for other people to watch. I really would appreciate your support in that way. And as always, I always enjoy having you in my craft room, and we will catch up with each other, Lord willing, next Tuesday evening. All right, safe travels back home, Mum. We'll chat over the weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye.